Okay everyone, it's Thursday, May 27th. The time is 1:49 p.m. and the temperature is 17 degrees Celsius. I'm here at Dundas Square in downtown Toronto, where they have reactivated the fountains, which is nice to see. And that's a look to the east. And the plan for this one is to head over to the Ryerson University Campus and explore around there. Ryerson is located roughly north of Dundas Street, which is just here, bordered by Yonge Street to the west, Gerrard to the north, and Jarvis to the east. Although there are buildings and facilities outside of those boundaries, so that's not an exact definition of the location. And this is the intersection of Yonge and Dundas. And there's the still mostly closed Eaton Centre. And that's a 506 Carlton streetcar heading along Dundas Street. So I'll cross the street here at Victoria and head up into the campus. And there's the old Sam the Record Man sign that used to be located just north of here on Yonge Street. It's kind of a curious spot to put it. So this is Victoria Street, and that's a look to the south. So I'll be crossing north here. There goes a City TV news truck. And City TV is located in this building right behind me. And this building here on the right is home to Toronto Public Health. So we're now entering the campus grounds. And Ryerson opened back in 1948. And then it was known as the Ryerson Institute of Technology, and there's a Tim Hortons around here. And that was established as a response to a lack of trade skills people after the Second World War. And it was built on the site of Ontario's first teacher training college. Here's a map of the campus right here. So we are here. I'll be walking straight, and then we'll come down, something like that. We'll end up at the Ryerson Student Center. There is the Chang School of Continuing Education. So in the wintertime, this area takes on the form of a public skating rink. And there's the Ryerson Image Center. That building has a neat lighting display at night. I think that building there is student housing, if I'm not mistaken. There's the campus store where you can get your Ryerson swag. There's a look towards Yonge Street. And this here is Gould Street. We'll be walking along here pretty soon. And there's the Ryerson Library. It wasn't too long ago that this was probably the most recognizable building on campus. And this stretch here is known as the Nelson Mandela Walk. And in 1966, the school was renamed to the Ryerson Polytechnical Institute, and it later became Ryerson Polytechnical University. And then finally in 2001, it was just known as Ryerson University. And this is the tribute to Nelson Mandela here. Hopefully in the fall, students can return for on-campus learning. I'll be back at that time and do an updated walk when we can see the campus at its normal, vibrant self. The location is quite convenient. It's pretty much smack in the center of downtown Toronto. It is one of 3 major universities in the city. The University of Toronto being the largest, and then York University, where I was yesterday recording a live stream. And the 3rd largest would be Ryerson. It has roughly 47,000 students. And that's a combined figure between grads and postgrads, or undergrads and postgrads. But being a fairly new university, it's not steeped in the same kind of history that the University of Toronto is. And this here is Gerrard Street East. I'm currently walking east along the south side. Although that building over there is the Ryerson Center for Urban Innovation. I think that was built back in 1885. There's a plaque on the building. And this used to be the Ontario College of Pharmacy. So there's a campus park straight ahead. And this is where the Ryerson Theater is located. I didn't attend Ryerson, although I was admitted. I ended up accepting my offer from York University. So other than walks I've recorded around Toronto and a few times I've met some friends here, I don't have a whole lot of reason to be overly familiar with this campus. He's probably looking for some peanuts. And that guy. So the campus has 7 different faculties. They include arts, communication and design, architectural science and engineering. There's law, science, and the Ted Rogers School of Management. There's the look to the east. The Ted Rogers School of Management is located just to the west of this campus at Bay and Dundas. I was hoping to get a closer look at this building, or at least what's left of it, but there seems to be some restoration work going on. That's the Ryerson Recreation and Athletics Center. And what looks like some kind of ancient ruin.
They did a couple of
And we're back to Gould Street. There's the Student Center. There's a new Student Learning Center just off in that direction. I think that's where I will finish up. There's a statue of the founder. We'll be walking by that soon. And I think this is Bond Street. That's the Heidelberg Center School of Graphic Communications Management. It's a bit of a mouthful.
Yeah. So he's making choice of cocaine. That was fucking good going. Huh? The cocaine?
There's the St. George's Greek Orthodox Church. And this is the first evangelical Lutheran church. Looking for a plaque if we could see how old that is. I think 1898. So this will take us down to Dundas, and then I'll head over to church, and we'll walk back up north through the campus. There's the Creative Innovation Studio. And the Ryerson Cafe, Rock the House Barbershop. They've been closed for a very long time. Although there is talk of starting to open everything a little earlier than initially thought. Our case count is certainly rather low right now. It's been that way for quite a while. And this is Dundas Street East. Let's look towards Dundas Square where we started. And here is church. There's a big new condo going up. They've been popping up all over the east side lately. Looks like there's a vaccine clinic here. That's the Daphne Cockwell Health Sciences Complex. Don't know how well the glare is picking that up, but it doesn't seem to be too busy. We're probably on first shots. And by now, most people who live in the city who wanted a first shot probably would have it by now. Might have incorrectly identified this as student residence earlier. There's the George Very Engineering and Computing Center. On the left is the Ryerson Student Campus Center. I remember having drinks on this little patio they set up here. That was several years ago. I don't think at this time of year this area would be particularly busy anyways. And we're back to Gould. Going across over here. So Ryerson does extend east over to Jarvis Street, which is the next major street to the east of here. And I think Mutual Street is in between, or runs north and south in between where we are on Church and Jarvis. There's the Rogers Communications Center. Here's a wave of police SUVs. Hopefully they don't think my camera is a gun holding this. Object I'm pointing directly at them in my hand. So we'll cut through this park, I think, over to Mutual Street. This would appear to be a campus residence. I know there's a large residence at the old Primrose Hotel up on Carlton Street, just across from Maple Leaf Gardens. Let's see if I can slither through this tree trimming operation, it looks like, or whatever they're doing. And here we go, this is Mutual Street. And that is Prittman Hall. And that guy's got a few, or at least one parking ticket. There's the Sally Horsfall Eaton Center for Studies in Community Health. And we're back to Gerrard Street. This is quite a stark contrast from the walk I recorded yesterday where I went around the Vaughan Metropolitan Center. I think I used the word desolate to describe that area in the title of the video. It's nice being back in a more urban environment. So just to the north of here on Church is the Church Wellesley Village. So I'll head south here to Gould and then we'll walk over to the Student Learning Center, and I think that'll be that. There's the architecture building. My phone said it was 17, but it feels a bit warmer than that. There's the park we just cut through.
Ahí ya la van a pisar, ahí ya la van a pisar porque yo ya les mandé mensaje a todos ellos, ya hablé con todos ellos. Ellos ya saben que ninguno dice.
So Gould Street here will cut through the heart of the campus. And there's a look east. There was actually a planned second campus for Ryerson that was to be built in Brampton. And I think they obtained funding from the previous provincial government, and then when the Conservatives took over, within the first year they canceled that campus expansion. I think $90 million was earmarked for that. They also canceled 2 other university campus expansions. So that leaves this as the sole campus for Ryerson. So the Toronto Normal School was established on this site back in 1847. There is Egerton Ryerson. Founder of the school system of Ontario. And the school would bear his namesake. There's a plaque that talks about the history of the school going back to 1948, as I mentioned earlier. The school is definitely a interesting mix of new and old buildings. And we're back to the Nelson Mandela Walk. And this will take us to Yonge Street. Right across the street there's a Jollibee. That's a Filipino fast food restaurant. I have yet to try a Canadian location. They're supposedly opening one in my neighborhood at Yonge and Eglinton. And here's the little outdoor food market. And there's the Student Learning Center. I think this was built between 2009 and 2015. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed this walk around the Ryerson University's downtown Toronto campus. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support the channel, there's a link to my Patreon in the description. And you can also check out channel membership from my YouTube page. And I have an Instagram account as well. And on that note, thanks for watching. And I will catch you on the next one.